Howdy folks, so today what we're going to do is we're going to fix a couple of issues that I found with this floating catfish rig that I purchased off of Amazon. You can see here there's a barrel swivel, a bead, a float, another bead. There's some stoppers here in between so you can shift it back and forth. And then there's a length of line and then your hook. The challenge that I have with this setup, this whole thing's about 18 inches. If something happens with the hook, you have to retie it, and then this part of line here gets shorter and shorter. The second challenge that I have with this rig is that it gets tangled quite a bit with the weight. I use these 12-inch 2 to 3 ounce weights. It's kind of a bottom bouncer type setup. And what happens is this line, when you cast it out or you're reeling it in or whatever, it gets tangled around that bottom bouncing weight. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make some modifications to this setup. So the new sequence that I have here is that we're going to have a barrel swivel on this side with a bead, and we're going to have what's called a sliding snap hook. This is where we can attach different kinds of weights. So I can either use the 12-inch one, or I can use a bell weight, or I can use a different kind. And what that'll do is that'll allow the weight to slide between here. Then we're going to have the float, same kind of setup here that we had before, but the difference is I'm adding this barrel swivel in the middle. Typically on the one you purchase from Amazon, it has like 30 to 50 pound mono. So I'm going to use 30 pound mono between these two barrel swivels, and then from this barrel swivel to the hook, I'm going to use 20 pounds. So I'm going to basically set up a tearaway system so that if I have to replace the hook, I can just attach a small piece of mono to here, retie the hook without sacrificing the entire rig. Because I'm adding a sliding weight system, I'm going to make this about 6 feet in length. The reason that I'm trying to set up a system like this is because I have 4 rods that I keep on the boat, and I have a snap on the end of the braid, and I use it for bass fishing, I use it for perch fishing, I use it for cat fishing. I'm not really going to go out and purchase like catfishing specific rods or whatever. These are just general use rods that I keep on the boat. What happens is I just need to be able to snap this rig on and use it for catfishing, take it off, snap on a perch rig, snap on a leader, go bass fishing, and so on. That seems the easiest setup for my boat. All right, so because this is so long, it's a little bit difficult to show you the length of it. Here's the barrel swivel with the sliding weight system. We'll slide and allow the weight to move. Here's the float. You can adjust this down as far as you want. So with these bobber stop, you want the float a little closer to the hook, you can move it down, and this will go down like so. And if you want it a little further away, you can move it back like this, and that'll give you a little bit more separation between your bait and the float. So that's it, folks. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you on the next one.